My name is Sarah. Today is a very special day for me. I am going to travel to New York City. It is my first time leaving my country. It is also my first time flying on a plane. I feel excited, but also a little nervous. I come from a small town. It is quiet and peaceful. There are no airports or tall buildings, but I have always dreamed of visiting a big city. I want to see the world. I want to meet new people. I want to practice my English. That is why this trip is so important to me. At the airport, everything looks big and new. The doors open and I walk inside. There are many people. Some are walking fast. Some are standing in line. Some are looking at their phones. I feel a little lost, but I keep going. I found the check-in desk. A woman smiles at me. She's kind. I gave her my ticket and passport. She looks at her computer and prints a piece of paper. "Here's your boarding pass," she says. "Your seat is 17A. It is a window seat. Have a good flight." I smile back and say, "Thank you. I feel happy." I love looking out the window when I fly. Now I need to go through security. The line is very long. I waited with many people. I watch what others do. I take off my shoes. I put my bag in a tray. I walk through the machine. It is a little scary, but everything is okay. I take my things and leave the security area. I feel proud I did it. I follow the signs and walk to gate 23. This is where my plane will leave. I sit down and wait. Around me, people speak many different languages. Some are reading books, some are talking to family, some are drinking coffee. I look around and feel amazed. While I wait, I open my notebook. I made a list of places I want to see in New York. I write Times Square, the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, a Broadway show. I close my notebook and smile. I am really going. I think about all the English I have studied. I want to use it. I want to speak with people. I want to understand signs, menus, and directions. I know I will make mistakes, but I also know I will learn. Then, I hear an announcement. A voice says, "Flight 5C7 to New York is now boarding. Please line up by group number." My heart beats faster. This is it. My adventure is beginning. I get in line. I take out my passport and boarding pass. I feel nervous, but I also feel strong. I take a deep breath. You can do this, I tell myself. I think about all the people who have helped me learn. My teachers, my friends, my family. I feel thankful. As I walk onto the plane, I look around. The seats are in long rows. People are putting their bags above their seats. The air smells clean. I smile. This is my first time on an airplane. Everything feels new. Everything feels possible. I walk slowly down the aisle, looking for seat 17A. I feel proud. I feel brave. I feel ready. This is more than a trip. It is a new beginning, a chance to see new things, a chance to grow, a chance to use English in real life. Just like learning a language, travel is full of small steps. Sometimes you feel unsure. Sometimes you make mistakes, but you keep moving forward. You keep learning. I sit down and look out the window. The sky is blue. The clouds look soft. I smile. I don't know everything that will happen, but I know I am ready to try. And that is the most important part of any journey you begin. I walk slowly down the aisle of the airplane. I am looking for my seat. I hold my boarding pass in my hand. It says 17A. That is a window seat. I love window seats. I want to see the clouds and the sky. I count the seat numbers. I pass row 15, then 16, and now I am at row 17. But when I get to seat 17A, I stop. There is a man sitting there. He is wearing a blue jacket. He is looking out the window. He looks calm and relaxed. I feel a little nervous. I check my boarding pass again. Yes, it says 17A. I take a deep breath. I smile and say, "Excuse me, sir. I think this is my seat." The man turns and looks at me. He looks surprised. "Oh," he says. "Are you sure?" I nod and show him my boarding pass. He looks at it. Then he reaches into his jacket pocket and takes out his own ticket. He checks it. He says, "My ticket also says 17A. I think this is my seat." Now I feel confused. I look at his ticket and then at mine. Both say 17A. I do not know what to say. I think for a moment. Then I say, "Look, this is my ticket. See, it says 17A. The man looks at my ticket again. Then he smiles kindly. He says, "Okay, no problem. You can take the window seat. I'll sit in the middle." I feel a little bad, but I really want to sit by the window. I smile and say, "Thank you very much." He nods and moves to the middle seat. I sit down and look out the window. The plane starts to move. Soon we are in the air. I see the clouds. I feel happy. But inside, I still think about the man. He gave up his seat so easily. He was not angry. He was very kind. After a while, the flight attendant walks down the aisle. She is checking tickets and seat numbers. She stops at our row. She looks at me and then at the man. Then she looks at my ticket. "Excuse me," she says. "I think there is a mistake, I feel." My heart beat faster. "What mistake?" I ask. She says, "Your ticket says 17C. That is the aisle seat. This seat, 17A, belongs to this gentleman." I freeze. I look down at my ticket again. She is right. My seat is 17C, not 17A. I made a mistake. I feel my face turn red. I look at the man. He is still smiling. "I'm so sorry," I say. "I thought this was my seat. I was wrong." The man shakes his head. "It's okay," he says. "Don't worry about it." I feel so embarrassed. I remember how I told him I was sure, but I was not. I did not check carefully. He could have told me I was wrong. He could have asked me to move, but he didn't. He just smiled and gave me the seat. For the rest of the flight, I think about his kindness. He was calm and patient. He showed respect. He made me feel comfortable even when I made a mistake. I say to him again, "Thank you. You were very kind." He laughs softly. "Mistakes happen," he says. "It's no problem at all." That moment stays in my heart. I was wrong, but he made it okay. I will always remember how it felt to be treated with kindness. It was a small thing, but it meant a lot. Learning English is a lot like this. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we say the wrong word. Sometimes we do not understand. But it is okay. What matters is how we react. Be patient, be kind, keep trying. This flight is teaching me something important. Not just about travel, but about people and about myself. The plane is flying high above the clouds. Everything outside the window looks peaceful and quiet. Inside the plane, I sit still and think about what just happened. I made a mistake. I sat in the wrong seat. But the man next to me was very kind. He did not get angry. He did not make me feel bad. He simply smiled and said, "It's okay. I keep thinking about that." After some time, the man opens a book. Then he looks at me and says, "Is this your first time in New York?" "Yes," I say with a smile. "It's my first time in the United States." He nods. "New York is a big, exciting place. You will see many things. What do you want to do there?" I told him about my list. I say I want to see Times Square. I want to visit the Statue of Liberty. I want to walk in Central Park and maybe see a Broadway show. He smiles. "Those are all good choices. I live in New York. If you like music, you should also visit some jazz clubs. And the food, don't miss the pizza." I laugh. "I love pizza," I say. We talked for a while. He tells me about the subway, the noise, the energy of the city. He says that New York never sleeps. I listen carefully. I try to understand every word. I ask questions when I don't understand. He speaks slowly and clearly. It helps me feel more confident. I am using the English I have learned. This small conversation makes me feel happy. I am speaking with someone new. I am learning not just from books, but from real life. That is the best way to learn a language, to use it, to live it. I tell him, "Thank you for talking with me, and thank you again for being kind about the seat." He says, "It's no problem. You are doing great." Mistakes are part of learning. We all make them. Those words stay in my mind. Mistakes are part of learning. He is right. In school, I always tried to be perfect. I was afraid to make mistakes. But today, I saw something different. I saw that making a mistake can teach you something important. It can show you how to be patient, how to be honest, how to say I was wrong and still feel okay. The flight is almost over now. The plane starts to go lower. I look out the window again. I see building roads and cars. New York City is getting closer. I feel excited again. But this time, I feel something more. I feel ready. When the plane lands, I stand up and get my bag. Before I leave, I turn to the man and say, "Thank you. I'll never forget this." He smiles and says, "Enjoy New York, and next time, check your seat number twice." We both laugh. I walk through the airport with new energy. I made a small mistake, but I learned a big lesson. Kindness matters. Patience matters, and learning happens not just from books, but from experience. As I leave the airport, I feel proud I spoke English. I traveled by myself. I handled a mistake and learned from it. That is growth. If you are learning English like me, remember this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to try, speak, even if you're unsure. Ask questions. Make mistakes, then try again. This is how we learn. This is how we grow. Every small step is part of your journey. Just like me on this flight, you are going somewhere new. You are learning. You are becoming stronger and more confident. So keep going. Be brave, be kind, and never stop learning. Sarah's story is more than just a trip to New York. It is a story about trying something new, making mistakes, learning from them, and meeting kind people along the way. From the moment she walked into the airport, Sarah felt nervous, but also excited. She had never flown before, but she was ready to see the world and use her English. She made a mistake on the plane. She sat in the wrong seat. At first, she thought she was right, but later, she found out she was wrong. The man who was supposed to sit by the window was kind. He smiled and did not argue. He let her sit there without being upset. That moment was important. It showed how powerful kindness can be. It also showed how important it is to stay calm and open when things don't go as planned. Later, Sarah and the man talked. He helped her feel more confident. She used her English in real life, not just in a classroom. She made a connections, and she learned that real growth often comes through small mistakes. So what can we learn from Sarah's journey? The lesson is simple, but strong. It's okay to make mistakes. It's part of learning and growing. What matters most is how we respond to those mistakes with kindness, patience, and a desire to learn. Whether you are traveling or learning English, this lesson will help you every day. You can apply this to your own life. When you are learning English, you will not be perfect. You may use the wrong word or say something funny. That's okay. Don't be afraid. Keep practicing. Keep going. Be kind to yourself and to others. Just like Sarah, you will improve and grow with every step. And now, congratulations! You listened to the full story. That means you practiced your English listening, learned new vocabulary, and understood a complete story in English. That is a big achievement. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Let's see if you remember the story. What was Sarah's original seat number on the plane? A 17A, B 17C. Type A or B in the comments below. Let's see how many of you get it right. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel. Your support gives us motivation to keep creating more helpful and fun stories for English learners like you. Also, if you would like to support this channel, consider sending a small donation. In the beginning, it's not easy to create high-quality content. We do this for free from the heart to help you learn English. Any support will help us keep going. Thank you so much, and see you in the next story.